Hello my lovelies, welcome back to my channel. This is your girl Angel from Simply Angel Tia. In this video we are working on this nice, comfortable, loose and fluffy bolero or crop sweater, or however you want to refer to these as, but this is what we're going to be working on today. And as you can see, it's just something very comfortable that you can wear with a t-shirt, with a tank top, or just like a lighter sweater underneath. And this is perfect for this season, and by this season I mean the fall. You can also obviously, I mean the spring, because this is the spring is the season that we're in now, as well as the fall when it comes. And yeah, so this is what we're going to be working on. Grab your materials and let's go ahead and get started. Okay, my lovelies, before we get this project started, I'm going to show you the materials that you need for it. I'm using this yarn Azurite by Timmit. It's 100% acrylic. It's a lightweight number 3. Recommended hook size is 3.5 to 4 millimeter crochet hook, and you get about 50 grams for size like this, or 140 give and take meters. Okay, so this color I'm just gonna refer to it as red. So that's it. For crochet hook size, I'm going to be using a 5 millimeter crochet hook or H8 US, and that's just a preference. So you can obviously use whatever hook you're comfortable with, or just the recommended. Okay, I'm gonna have I have a darning needle here to be able to join any places that I need to join. I have my scissors to cut my yarn, some stitch markers, as well as a tape measure to determine our size. Okay, so with all that said, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, my lovelies, so I'm gonna start the project here. What I will do is I will show you guys how to do the project in a sample form. That way you understand how to do the full project. Okay, so instead of doing the full part of the project, I'm going to show you in a sample form, but I'm going to talk to you guys about how you measure to get the right size. Okay, so the first thing that I did was just to put my arms like straight out. Okay, so and then I got somebody to measure me from my wrist to my wrist, pretty much across my body all the way to the other side, and I got about 63 or 64 inches. So in that way I was able to get my full project across my my body to go up to 60, about 67, 68 inches, because when you put your arms straight out like that, the measurement is not going to be the same when you put your arms down. It's actually longer when you put your arms down. So then I just add about 6 inches to be able to accommodate for the remaining of this space. Okay, so with that said, for my full project I was able to do 212 stitches or chains that accommodates that size. But for the sample, I'm going to do a chain of 40. So I'm going to start by doing a slip knot, just like that. And then I'm going to do my chain of 40. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so for my sample, this is a chain of 40. For my actual work, I did 212. Okay, and for my size, for bolero, in terms of sizes, you will pretty much make the length to be able to be the right size, but for the width you can kind of play with that. You can make it really short, you can make it a little bit longer, it's up to you. Okay, and after my chain of 40 in the other one, 212, I just added one more chain, and then I skip 1, 2, and then in the third chain I go into the back of that chain and complete a double crochet. Okay, just like that. And then I go into the next stitch and complete a double crochet, and I go in the back of the chain. Okay, so the back of the chain is where I grab the lump in the back to just complete my double crochets. Okay, so I do these all across until I finish my number of chains that I started with. In this case here it's 40, but in the other one I had 212. So go ahead and complete this row of double crochet, and when you finish, come back to the video and I will go ahead and show you how to start the next row. And this is gonna be a couple of row repeats, so I will work until I complete the repeat, and then you guys can continue and finish the length that you want. But for now, come back when you have reached the end of this. Okay, my lovelies, so I have gone ahead and completed my double crochets here, which is the first row of the project. So again, in the main project, I would have done this along the 212 chains. Okay, so for the next row here, I am going to go ahead and do a chain of 3. So 1, 2, 3. Then I will turn. This chain 3 counts as a double crochet plus a chain 1. Okay, and then what I will do, this is attached to this stitch right here. I'm gonna skip this stitch right here, and in the third stitch I'm gonna go ahead and complete a double crochet, just like that. And then I will chain 1, I will skip this stitch, and in that stitch I will do a double crochet, and then chain 1, skip this stitch. In the next stitch I will do a double crochet, chain 1, skip this stitch. In the next stitch do a double crochet. So as you can see, I'm pretty much doing this all the way across until I get back to the end of the row. And when I get back to the end of the row, we're gonna do another row, and then I will do a few more rows with you guys, and then I will have you guys repeat that until you have the width of your bolero or your shawl. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and complete this until I get to the end, and then I'll come back to the video to show you guys what we're going to do next for the next row. But for now, you're just doing the mesh row, which is double crochet, skip a stitch, chain 1, chain 1, skip a stitch, double crochet, chain 1, skip a stitch, double crochet. Okay, so I will see you guys at the end of this row. Okay, my lovelies, so I have completed this row. I just have to show you how to do the last one here. So I'll go ahead and chain 1, and then in the stitch here I'm gonna go ahead and complete my final double crochet. Okay, so we skip that stitch here and then you go there. So this is how my second row looks like. For my third row, I'm going to start by doing a chain of 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So remember, the first 2 rows we do a chain of 2, sorry, in the first row we do a chain of 2. In the second we do a chain of 3. In the third we do a chain of 4. And with this chain of 4, the first 3 chains counts as a treble crochet, and then plus a chain 1. Okay, so then I will turn, and then I will go ahead and do a treble crochet, and you yarn over twice, and I will skip the chain 1 spot, and on top of the next stitch, which is on top of the previous double crochet, I will go ahead and complete a treble crochet, just like that. Okay, so chain 1, skip this stitch right here, or the chain 1 gap, do a treble crochet on top of the previous double crochet, chain 1, skip this stitch, do a treble crochet on top of the previous double crochet, chain 1, and then just continue this all across your work again until you get to the end. So you will see that this mesh row here is a little bit shorter than the treble crochet mesh row, and so we're gonna do this all the way to the end. And when you get to the end here, come back to the video. I will show you how to complete the final stitch, and then we will start the third row to the fourth row together. Okay, I will see you guys in a bit. Okay, my lovelies, so I have come to the end of the third row. So again, I'm showing you guys this as a sample because with the main project, this will take a while before I can go back on camera. So just for efficiency and time saving, I do it in a sample form, and then off camera I can actually work on the main project. So this is mainly why, but you get the idea because I do it in a size that is decent enough for you to kind of get an idea. This is the length of your bolero here, and this is going to be the width. Okay, so I have done my treble crochet right here. I have chained 1, and now we have the chain 3 that we completed when we did this row of mesh here. So I will go ahead and yarn over twice to complete my treble crochet, and I will go into the second stitch from the bottom. So this is our first chain 1, and in the second chain 1 here, I'm gonna go in and complete my treble crochet. Okay, and the reason I go into the second is because we still need that one, the third one here, to be our chain 1, which is in between. So this is how I finish the row, like that. Okay, all right, so for the fifth 1, 2, 3, for the fourth row, I'm going to chain 3. So 1, 2, 3. Because what I will do is I will repeat the short mesh that we have in the bottom here. So I will chain 3 and turn. Again, this chain 3 counts as a double crochet plus a chain 1. And then I'll go ahead and complete a chain 1 in this stitch because we're skipping the chain 1 here. So we go ahead and complete a double crochet, chain 1, skip a stitch, and then go on top of the next stitch and complete a double crochet, chain 1, skip a stitch, and on top of the next stitch do a double crochet, chain 1, and then you just continue this all the way across your work again. Okay, so as you can see here, let me just do a few more so we have enough. Okay, so we just continue this all the way across until you get to the end of your row, and then I will show you what to do next. But look, so the idea here is that we have a short mesh, a long mesh, and then we have another short mesh, and this is kind of like the middle of our mesh area. And then I will go ahead and do a row of double crochet again. But for now, complete this row of the short mesh, which is double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, but we're skipping the chain 1 spot from the previous row to be able to accomplish the mesh part of it. Otherwise, it's just a row of double crochet. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish this row, and then I will come back to finish the I will come back to finish this row with you guys, and then to start the next row, and then I will explain how you will continue to repeat this until you have the width that you need. Okay, but for now, let's meet when we get back here. Okay, my lovelies, so I'm almost done this here. So I just came back to show you how to complete this row here. So again, what we do here is you do your chain 1, and then you will skip 1, 2, 3. So sorry, you skip 1, 2, and in the third of the chain 4 that we did earlier, you're gonna go ahead and complete a double crochet, and that leaves the last here to be your chain 1 that separates your meshes. Okay, so again, this is how the end here looks like, and it just kind of looks like the other side as well. Okay, all right, so for row 5, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, so for row 5 we're gonna chain 2, 1, 2. So we're repeating what we did here, and then we will turn, and then we don't skip anything at this point. In the chain 1 spot right here, we're going to go ahead and complete a double crochet. So your chain 2 here counts as a double crochet, and then we will yarn over and complete a double crochet in the next stitch, and then we'll complete a double crochet in the chain 1 stitch, and then in the next stitch, and then in the chain 1 stitch, and then in the next stitch. And for the chain 1 stitch, I just go underneath, so I don't actually go anywhere, but just go and grab and just loop my hook underneath the chain 1 spot. So just like this, go underneath, bring it back, and then complete your double crochet. Okay, so this row here is easy. You just have to make sure you don't skip anything so that your work stays consistent. And then when you get to the end, I will come back as well to show you how to finish it off, and then how to start the next row. So I will complete this row and the next row together, and then I will have you guys complete the rest of it, because it's at that point is a repeat from here to here, from here to here. Okay, but for now, let's meet at the end here so I can show you how to start the next row. Okay, see you guys in a bit. Okay, my lovelies, so I'm at the end of row 5 here. So as you can see, I just completed my double crochet on top of this double crochet, and we know that there's a chain 1 here. So I'm gonna go ahead and complete a double crochet just in the chain 1 spot like that. But we're not done. We cannot leave it like this. It's going to start slanting that way if we leave it like this. So I go and count from the bottom, and I go 1, 2. So in the second stitch from the bottom, I'm going to complete another double crochet there. Okay, so just like that. So now it's straight in that way. Okay, so that is the end of row 5. I'm gonna show you how to start row 6. So you chain chain of 2 again. So 1, 2, and then you turn. This chain 2 counts as a double crochet, and then this is attached to this stitch right here. So we need to work into the next stitch, which is this one here. So we're gonna go ahead and complete a double crochet there, and then a double crochet in every stitch across this row. Okay, So we're doing 2 rows of double crochet in this row here. And as you can see, nothing to kind of explain too much, just go across and do your double crochets. So again, do that, and I'll meet you when you get to the end here, and then I'll come back and talk a little bit how we then repeat the rest of it. Okay, so I will see you guys in a minute. Okay, my lovelies, so I have gotten to the end of this row here, which is our 6th row, and I just came back to be able to show you how to finish off the end here. So I just did my double crochet that connects to this stitch right here, and I need to do one that connects to this stitch and one that connects to that stitch. So for the next one, I just go on top of that double crochet and complete a stitch. And now we have our chain 2 that we started here. I'm just gonna skip the bottom one, and in the second one to the in the top, I'm gonna go ahead and go into that and complete my final double crochet. Okay, so that's how it looks like. All right, so this is pretty much going to be your repeat is going to be from here to here, here to here. So you're repeating 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're repeating 5 rows every time. And just so you see why I did 1 row of double crochet at the beginning instead of 2, because we're going to be doing 2 from this point on. The reason why is because we're going to be joining this to the second panel. So we're going to have this part of the bolero that can either be the back or the front, but you have the opposite side, and in the bottom you're going to end up joining this to the other panel, and for the top you're gonna, when you get to the end of the final, you're gonna stop with just 1 row. Okay, so I will explain that in a bit. So now that you have completed this row, the next one that you're gonna repeat now is this row of the mesh, which is the short mesh. And to do that, you start by doing a chain of 3 and then turn, and then you're gonna skip this stitch here, and in that stitch you're gonna complete your double crochet, and then chain 1 and skip this stitch. In this stitch you're gonna complete your double crochet, and then chain 1, skip this stitch, and in here you're going to do a double crochet. And if you look properly, you will see that it lines up with the previous ones, the meshes. So this is obviously at the beginning, this one lines up with this one lines up with this one lines up with this, the next one is here, the next one here, and then you go all across. And then when you complete this, just like we did this one here, you're going to do the long mesh, which is going to be the treble crochet mesh, by starting by doing a chain of 4 and then turning and then skipping a stitch and doing a treble crochet, chain 1, skip a stitch, do a treble crochet. And then when you finish this row, you're going to do the short mesh again, so which is repeating what we did here. And then after that, you do 2 rows of double crochet and then repeat that again. And for the end, you're going to end with the row of just a double crochet like this, not 2, not double up like this, but just 1. So when you have completed that, you're going to come back to the video, and I'm going to show you how to incorporate the back part of the bolero. Okay, but for now, complete, because I know it's going to be a long one, so you're going to work, and I'm going to also work on mine, not the sample one. Obviously, I'm going to continue to work on the big one, and then when I have the number of rows that I need, I will come back. Now, I already talked about the length of it, where you measure your the length of your arms across your body, and then adding a couple of inches to be able to incorporate the difference. And so that's going to be your length, because this is going to go across your body like this. For the width, you're going to decide how long you want it to go down, or how short you want it to go down. It can either end just right above your boobs, or you can take it so that it goes under your boobs. It's all up to you at that point. It's just your preference of how long you want your bolero to be. Okay, so when you have completed the final row, which is going to be the row of double crochet, come back and I will show you how to do the second part of the project. Okay, see you guys in a bit. Okay, my lovelies, so I have gone ahead and completed my first panel here. This is going to be the panel for my and it can be the back panel or the front panel, it's not gonna matter. So as you can see, everything is done all the way to the other side. So this is why I ended it. I have about 20 rows here, and as you can see, just like I said, I ended up with a row of double crochet, and because we're gonna be joining the front panel and the back panel, it's gonna create the second row of the double crochet. Okay, because we're gonna finish the other one exactly the same. So what I did quickly here as well is I actually sectioned out my neckline. So this is what I have put the stitch marker. So I have 50 stitches in the middle here, and then I have 81 stitches on each of the sides here. So with that done, I'm going to go ahead and finish these here, and I'm going to start my second panel. So what I will do is I will cut these off. And for those of you who are interested, so this is 20 rows here, but it also comes up to 10 inches for the panel. So, and this covers me the front just until right above my belly button. So this is the length that I want, a little bit above I think. So this is the length that I want. You can obviously do yours, so it's any length. You can make it shorter, you can make it longer. It's absolutely up to you, okay? All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and end this here. So I'm gonna cut my yarn. I'm gonna leave the string a little bit long just to be able to join our 2 panels at a later time when we have the second one completed. So I'll just cut it here, and then I will slip stitch here. I will just do it with my hand. So I just do that and then pull it through and then pull. Okay, so this is it here. I'm gonna go ahead and put this panel away. Also keep in mind where I put the stitch markers here. This is the neckline. I leave it a little bit wider than I will probably need, just because it's easier to have it like this, and when you join the 2 panels you try it on, and then if you need to kind of bring in a little bit, you can come in a little bit, or you can remove some and go out a little bit. Okay, and also we will do that at a later time. We will also section out the bottom part that is going to be the waist part of our bolero. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this away and get started with the second panel. And then when I have both panels completed, I'm gonna come back to the video, and then we'll talk about the joining part of the bolero, and eventually maybe doing a little bit of something with the sleeves, the ending of the sleeves here, maybe to clean it up a little bit. I don't know yet, but we will see when the project is finished. Okay, so I will see you guys when you have your second panel completed. Okay, my lovelies, I've gone ahead and completed my second panel for our top here. So as you can see, that's my second panel that matches what we had for the first panel here. So all we have to do is just join our work. And so what I will do is I will explain to you how to join it, because the joining is just as simple as you have done probably a lot of times, especially if you're somebody who have crocheted in the past. So I'll just explain how you do it. So as you can tell from the first panel, I had put my stitches or my stitch markers where it's going to be my neckline. So as you can see, that is it here. So what I will do is I will just match it up with my first panel. So I will do the same thing, count out exactly, I think this was 50 stitches here. I will count in 50 stitches in the middle, so meaning I have the exact same number of stitches on this side like I do on the other side, and vice versa, and the other way around as well. And then when I have them all kind of lined up like that, I will take my darning needle, and then I will join pretty much from the stitch marker to the end. So from the stitch marker here to here, or you can start from here and go in this way. And then you will do the same on this side, match up your work all the way to the end here. And then for the bottom part, you want to join but a little bit wider. So what I would say is do 60 down here. So instead of 50 stitches in the middle, do 60 in the bottom. And then do the same where you join the bottom, wherever your stitch marker is going to be, all the way. Join this part here, and then join it on the opposite side as well up to here. So at that point, you would pretty much have a bolero that you could just throw on, and you will see that it's something that is wearable. But we need to do something a little bit more, so come back when you have joined it fully, so I can show you what to do for the next part. Okay, so for those of you who don't know how to join, check any of the videos on the channel, especially if there's something where we work with panels, multiple panels. Go ahead and click on that, and you can skip to the part where there's a joining, and you will see how we join just using a normal stitch, using a normal darning needle with yarn, and just how we join our work across. Okay, so go ahead and join your work. When you have completed that, come back to the video and I will show you what to do. And we need to clean up our sleeves here as well. There's another option that if the sleeves maybe don't fit properly, that we can, or like they're too short, we can always increase the length here, but it's going to depend on whether you want it to even be as long as here, or if you want it to be a little bit kind of like 3/4 up and things like that. Okay, so after you join, come back to the video and we'll go ahead and work on the next step together. Okay, see you guys in a bit. Okay, my lovelies, so I have gone ahead and joined my work here. So as you can see, this is my neckline here. I have joined the top all the way here to the end here, and I've done the same thing on the other side as well. And then I went ahead and did the bottom as well. So I joined the bottom. So as you remember, I did 80 rows or 80 stitches to joining. And then I had 50 in the middle for the neckline, and then I had 80 on the other side. For the bottom part, I did 70 of the joining, so I did 70 stitches to join, and then I left 60 in the middle, and then I did another 70 on the other side to join. Now with the joining done, I tried it on and I wanted to kind of make it look a little bit better. So what I did for the bottom was I just did 3 rows of double crochet to make it kind of a little bit nice and defined. So as you can see, I just completed 3 rows of the of double crochet in the bottom. And for the sleeve, I did the same, instead of leaving it kind of just the way this one is. So as you can see, this is the other side that is not done, and I left this so I can show you guys how to do it. So instead of leaving it like this, I decided to just do 3 stitches or 3 rows of double crochet stitches to just kind of make it nice and clean like this. So I did this section here and I did the bottom because it's going to be what I repeat for the sleeve. I'm going to show you guys how to do this one here, and for the front here I'm going to show you guys how to do what we did here, but on the top here. Okay, all right. And if you don't want this, like if you just want the bottom to stay straight like this, then you don't do anything. You would have just kind of joined, weaved in your ends here, and then you're done. The same thing with the sleeves. If you like the look of it like this, then you just kind of finish it, and that's the end of it here. But because I wanted to kind of clean it up a little bit, I did the sleeve like this, and I did the bottom like this. Okay, all right. So I'm going to show you guys how to do the sleeve first. And then when we do the, I believe it was 3 rows. Yeah, we did 3 rows. And then when we finish the 3 rows here, I'll show you how to do the top part of it. So for the sleeve, I will just place my work like this. And then I will go ahead and get started with working on this area here. And I will show you how to do 1 row. The next 2 rows, you will do it on your own before I show you how to do the part that is the neckline. Okay, so I do my slip knot like this, and then as you can see, this is where we join 2 rows of double crochet together. I will just pick the middle right here, and then I will bring in my the loop that I left, that I just did right now. I'll bring it through, and then I'll do a chain of 2. This chain of 2 counts as a double crochet. And then there's this double crochet gap here. I will do 2 double crochets in that gap, just like this. And then I will move on to this gap here. That is the gap that is off double crochet. I will do 2 double crochets like that. And then I will hop over to the treble crochet mesh. So this is the treble crochet. I will do 3 double crochets there. So 1, 2, and 3. And then this is the double crochet mesh. I will do 2 double crochets there. And then this is the double crochet gap right here. I will do 2 double crochets in that gap. 1, 2. And then this is the other double crochet mesh on the side. I will jump right to it and do 2 double crochets like that. And then this is the double crochet mesh. I will do 2 double crochets. And then I have the treble crochet gap. So this is the treble crochet mesh. I will do 3 double crochets in that gap. So 2 and 3. And then I have the double crochet mesh area. I will do 2 double crochets, so 1 and 2, and then now I'm back to the section that has 2 double crochet rows. So I just do 2 double crochets in the first double crochet gap, and then 2 double crochets in the next double crochet gap. And then I just repeat these all around. So at the end of it, you will have your double crochet looking like this. It's not too gappy, it's not too loose. And you will do these all around until you come to here. And then we will start the second row. So complete this row to here and then come back to the video. Okay, my lovelies, so I have completed the row of double crochets around the sleeve here. And as you can see, I just completed my 2 double crochets in this gap here. So I will go ahead and slip stitch on top of the chain 2 that we began the row with, just to close it off like this. And then I will do a chain of 2, which counts as a double crochet. I will turn, and then I will do a double crochet on every stitch around until I get back to here. So my last double crochet will go here. I will slip stitch here and then do chain 2, turn, and then do my 3rd row. So we're doing 3 rows altogether. This is the second that I'm beginning here, and then you will complete 1 more. So go ahead and do that. When you have completed your 3 rows of double crochets, come back to the video and I will show you how to work a couple of rows of the same thing around the neckline. Okay, so I'll see you guys in a bit. Okay, my lovely, so I have finished the 3 rows for the sleeve, just like I told you, which kind of is the same as I did on the other side. So with that done, so I did my last double crochet here. I'm gonna slip stitch on top of that chain 2 and then cut the yarn off here, and then this is done for this. So I'll do chain 1 and then pull, and that locks this section in. I will weave in the ends all at the end. Okay, so with that done, we have obviously done now both sides. I have done both sides. Obviously you can go ahead and do the other side of the sleeve as well, so you can match it up to what we did on this side. And then when you have both of them completed, and then you can do what I'm about to do here. Okay, so for this here, I'm just gonna show you how to start it off, because the rest of it is going to be just the double crochets, and we have stitches here, so I don't have to actually necessarily show you how to do it because we have the stitches already. So I will just show you how to start it off, and then you can finish it off. Also for the top here, I'm probably just gonna do 1 row after this, because as you can see, we have the double crochet row that we had from the 2 panels being joined together. So I will probably just do 1 row or 2, and that's gonna be it. But I'm gonna show you how to start. So I'm gonna start in this corner here. So again, I do a slip knot just like this, and then I put my hook just in the dead middle of the opposite side like this, of the other side. And then I will bring this loop through like this, and then I will chain 2, and then this chain 2 counts as a double crochet. I will go into this gap here and complete a double crochet. Sorry, I have the yarn from when I finished joining. And then I'll do a double crochet here, and then I will move on to the next stitch right here and do a double crochet, and then to the next stitch here, do a double crochet, and I will do this all around. When you come to this corner here, do 1 in the middle, and then so this is double crochet stitch here in the middle, and then double crochet, and then go around. And then when you get back here, you will do your last double crochet in this stitch right here, and then slip stitch on top of this chain 2, chain 2, turn, and then finish another row. And then you will continue this depending on how many rows you do. If you do just 2 rows, then you will stop after this. If you do 3, then you'll do 1 more. If you do 4, you continue like that. So finish doing that. When you finish that, then you will go to the bottom, because I've already finished my my bottom. I did the same thing where I just connected the yarn on the corner here, and then I worked 4 rows. The first row is actually the double crochet row from what we joined, is part of this this here. We did 1 row at the end, so I left that and then I added 3 more to make it 4. So there's 4 rows of double crochet here, but it's just 3 that I added to make it 4 with the one at the beginning. Okay, it's pretty much what we do here. There's already a pre-existing double crochet row, so I do 2 more to make it 3, or I do 3 more to make it 4, however the case is. Okay, so go ahead and complete the border here in the top and then the bottom, and then come back when you have kind of pretty much done this in all the 2 sleeves, the bottom and the top, and then come back to the video. Okay, I will see you guys then. Okay, my lovelies, so I have completed the sweater here, the crop sweater or bolero or whatever you want to call this, but I have completed the sleeves here are all done as we did it together. So just to clean it up, I did that, and then what I did before in the previous clip was I showed you guys how to start the neckline, and this is my neckline here. It's finished, and as you can see, it looks very nice. So this is a little bit of an off shoulder when you have it on. You can keep it like straight like this across your chest, or you can kind of make it so it goes it slants off one shoulder. It's all up to you, but yeah, this is pretty much how it looks like. This is the bottom part here, so very nice and loose and very comfortable. It's obviously something that you want to wear something underneath with, because it's very see-through, it's very meshy, but this is something that you want to throw on top of a t-shirt, on top of a tank top, just something like that, especially for this season that is not too hot but it's not quite very warm yet. So this is perfect for that. Yeah, so I have weaved in all of my ends. Everything is extremely clean now. I have it on the right side that I will be wearing it as the outside. And yeah, so I just came back to finish the video with you guys. So I hope you enjoyed doing this one with me. This was a fun one, very fast one to do, and I hope you guys had fun creating yours, whether it's the exact same as this or whether you kind of remixed it a little bit to make it fit your personality or just the way you like it. But this was a very fun one for me, so thank you for following through to the end of the video. If you have not yet subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe, comment, like, and share. And yeah, just support the channel so I can do more videos like this for you guys. Don't forget the channel have over 300 videos, so please go ahead and check out the videos that are already existing there. If you have any questions, please hit me up by sending me a comment under the video that you have a question about, and we will go ahead and fix that and figure out what to do. Okay, so thank you so much again, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye.